Pacquiao Artist Voice. We're here with LIBRADO Andrade. Tell me, man, good fight this weekend against Cobra versus King Tug. Kind of a better fight almost than the Gamboa fight, I kind of feel. Gamboa's a little older. I feel King Tug's kind of a little more closer to his prime.
Yeah, they take you for granted. What's his name? Doug. But he can fight. Yeah. He's a really good fighter. He's young. He's hungry. And hey, against Gary Russell, there's no shame losing against him. Gary Russell is one of the best. He's tricky. He's very difficult to fight, and he just got the worst end of it. But he didn't look so bad on that fight. So Chris is in for a surprise.
Yeah.
He better has taken this thing seriously on his preparation, which I know he has. Chris is on his way up, so hopefully he continues to do this, and it's just going to be a good fight.
Yeah, man. I feel like Chris is kind of on that trajectory towards, kind of becoming the next guy, right?
Greatness. Yeah.
I feel like the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, exactly. So these kind of tests is the ones that are going to elevate him, stuff like that. Yesterday in the press conference, he was mentioning that nobody can beat him at this weight. If there's a big risk on getting there, King Tug is one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man, let's talk about PBC Schedule, man. Great schedule PBC's got going on. First, I want to say the next big one. Well, shoot, the next big one is Jermel Charlo versus Ryan Castaño.
Exactly. That's going to be in San Antonio.
Yeah, talk to me about that.
So that's going to be a very good fight. The Charlos are just monsters in the division. Of course, PBC has all the great fights, all the great fighters, and now they're fighting each other for supremacy, and it has been according to plan. So all we can see is just great fights.
Man, Wilder Fury 3. Woo! The biggest one. The weight wise, everything. That's gonna be a great fight, man. Talk to me, break that down for me.
I don't know what's gonna happen on that one. I really hope that Wilder has brought his team together. He's brought whatever's happening in that inside and puts it together. And even though Fury is very difficult to beat, it could happen, because in the heavyweight division, anything can happen with that kind of power. It changes from 1 second to the other. So hopefully Wilder wins, because of course we want PBC to have the best heavyweight champion of the world. So,
but talk to me about Wilder. I hear a lot of fighters and trainers talk to me about how they see something different with Wilder with the new training videos and stuff he's putting out. Do you see something similar as well? Do you see something different in Deontay?
We never know until they get into the ring. Sometimes they feel so good. Take, for example, Andy Ruiz. Andy feels great losing weight and stuff like that. But sometimes it's not beneficial for them with changes, because there's not enough time to adapt in the ring while you're fighting. When you're fighting high quality opponents, it's very risky to take all those changes because you're not familiar with the changes, So it's brave of some fighters that they do this type of changes very suddenly. There could be changes gradually, but Wilder is making a whole renew inside and out, it looks like. So hopefully it works for him.
Man, I want to say maybe the biggest one, Pacquiao versus Spence. What an incredible fight that is. Man, Pacquiao, 42 years old, still taking on the biggest, baddest challenges there is. Talk to me about it.
He's an amazing athlete. That is for true. But you never know at that age when you're gonna get old overnight. I hope for his good sake and his legacy, he ends up okay. And of course, we want Arrow to win, because he is the new star. But who doesn't want Pacquiao to succeed? He always does it for a good cause, for his people, for everything. He's very unselfish. He gives everything away in a way, which is bad, but it's good for the world. But it's like a balance. It's a balance, But on that one, I'm taking Arrow. Even though as much as I love Pacquiao, as much as I admire him and stuff like that, I'm taking Arrow for that one.
Man, I can't wait to see that play out in the ring, man.
I think everyone is anticipating just a good showing and be amazed by Pacquiao.
I gotta get your take, man. Super middleweight division. It looks like there's about to be one guy. It's either going to be Caleb or Canelo, man. Hopefully that fight happens. Obviously, it's not set in stone yet or anything. But man, talk to me about that fight. Break down that fight for me.
It seems whoever fights Canelo fights him in the wrong, has the wrong game plan. That's how I see it in the outside. Everyone has their opinion. Everybody sees it different, of course. But if you back down from Canelo, he's gonna run you over. He's powerful. He's just like Tank. He's gonna break you. And he's gonna break you bad. But if somebody forces him to go back and really fight, I think it would be a different story. And the only one that I could see doing that in that division is Benavidez. And because the way he fights naturally, his instinct. But with Caleb Plant, he keeps surprising me. He keeps coming up, showing up, and leveling up, and that is great to see on a fighter. And that's how Mayweather has become such a great fighter, because he adapts real fast. Plant has been able to show that. Who knows when it stops? Hopefully it never stops for their success. But I don't know. I don't know if Caleb, the way he fights is the right way to fight Canelo. It's just the way they fight,
I've actually heard a lot of people tell me that when I ask them kind of who's Canelo's biggest threat in and around the division, the first name they come up with is always David Benavidez. Why do you think that is?
Because he forces you to fight backwards. He's not gonna back up, even though he gets hit. He forces you to back up, and you have to change the game plan. It's a lot harder to adapt going back than going forward. Once you go forward and you have momentum, you win. You can run over anyone. And when somebody comes here and they're not afraid of you and they force you to change, then what are you gonna do about it? You have to change, and sometimes there's not enough time to change, But on the division with Canelo, even though Caleb Plant is an amazing athlete, he keeps surprising me, like I tell you. He has the chin. He's shown he has the chin, but sometimes having the chin is not good against a powerful fighter like Canelo, because we're fragile in the bones and they break, So I don't know what's gonna happen there. I hope Plant keeps surprising me and brings a better Caleb Plant and a better level, because you're gonna need it against Canelo.
That's the truth, brother. That's the truth. You brought up Tank real quick. Talk about his amazing performance against Mario Barrios. Moved up 2 divisions, got the knockout against a champion. That was incredible.
Davis is just a beast, like they say. He's just powerful. All of a sudden, he just turns it on. He has this button, and he's just so powerful. Canelo and him have the similarities, They're very powerful, and they're just here to take the division and take over. Nobody can stop them, type of thing,
They're rolling, man, for sure. Librado, tell me what's going on with you, man. What projects you got going on? What do you got going on? What do you want to tell the fans?
Well, I'm working something in Mexico. I'm hoping to work with fighters, type of thing, and help them get better in their careers, advise them a little bit more, and use what I know. Just don't leave it sitting there, at home, and use it with fighters, type of thing. So I'm getting more involved with the fighters in Mexico, in the amateur level and on the professional level. So little by little, I'm getting into that side, I'm gonna have an amateur show in San Miguel de Allende. So everyone, if you feel like you're interested on it, LIBRADO ANDRADE, see me. I'm gonna be making a little bit of publicity about it, and come over and support. Boxing needs us.
Yeah, man. Tell the fans where they can follow you.
LIBRADO ANDRADE, Instagram, and of course, I'm not hard to find.
Man, that's awesome, bro. Because I feel like there's a gap with kind of like the youth in boxing and the knowledge that you gain from being in the sport. As long as you have, know what
Yes.
I mean? So that's beautiful, man. That's awesome you're giving back like that.
So-
I'm sure it's going to be real effective to a lot of people.
I've been very, very fortunate to be around amazing athletes, like all of them, all the ones in PBC. Thanks to Al Heyman, Sylvia Brown, they have continued to help me and keep me into the sport in a way where I have gained so much knowledge. Now, what am I gonna do with it? I can't keep it here, you know. I gotta put it somewhere. I gotta use it. So thank you guys. Follow me and let's make more boxing happen.
Best of luck, man. That's awesome.
All the best, guys.
Appreciate you, bro.
All the best.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.